Hi there, YouTubers. Well, you can probably tell I'm not at home. I'm at the Echoes of the Past trade fair in Oshkosh, and sorry there's a lot of noise around here. But I'm sitting at my Ashford loom. You can probably see part of the frame right there. And I'm going to try and get someone else to hold the camera and show you what I'm doing, what I'm weaving, and then we're going to take a walk around and see a little bit more of what's going on here at the trade fair. Okay, gang, there's my loom, and since we're at a trade fair, I took some of my old towels that I've had odds and ends laying around for years, put post-it notes on them with prices, and I got a few towels for sale. So there you go. That's some of my towels that if you were here at Oshkosh, you could buy them. And this is stuff that some friends of ours have got for sale. Think of this as a big indoor rummage sale, but there's also regular vendors here.
We took your Christmas presents. We're all kind of hiding in little pockets and stuff. Officially, this sheep color is brown. I just peeked and looked.
Almost got it. So how do you start another piece?
You mean when I get like that?
No, I went when you're all just blend it in.
Just blend it in and keep on spinning. And what I'm doing in this area is deciding how thick my thread is going to be, and controlling so that I have a fairly even thread. Even though it doesn't look like that, this area is referred to as the triangle.
Okay, gang, I'm walking with the camera beside me so you can just see a little bit more of the Oshkosh Trade Fair. And we're going to head over and see if the other weaver that's here, Naomi, will let me do some filming of her. And you can see all the kinds of stuff that's available for sale here. And here we are. I'm hoping the sound picks up because it's so noisy in here. But we're over by Naomi, she's the other weaver that's here today, and she is weaving overshot. Those beads are where she keeps track of her pattern. Here's a few of the things she's made.
Find some of it copied onto some of the sewing machine sites I go to.
Okay.
Hang on a second till I get this trimmed and I can get back to operation again here. Yeah.
So most of my videos are weaving, but I do, if I find something else interesting, I like to
Oh yeah.
include it.
I was just talking to the spinning wheel lady there.
That's my wife.
Okay. Wasn't sure, but she told me that she spun the Shetland
Shetland
waist that's
in my vest, yeah.
vest, yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, she spun it, I wove it, she sewed it together.
Yeah, she said it was quite a joint project. Yep. There we go. Trying to turn a very sharp turn here to get the thumb part sewed, and that has to be very secure. Otherwise, every time you stretch your fingers, you're going to have a hole there. And since reverse wasn't invented till the 20s or 30s, I have to back the fabric up and go over it again at the end to lock the stitching. This is actually a pair of mitts. I do it factory style, running the pieces through one after another. But now that joint is hopefully sewed. I'll have to test it and see. I resurrected this machine from the dead. I found it at a garage sale. It's from January 8th, 1903, according to the Singer records.
Wow.
Okay, I did get a good stitch joint there. And it's a Model 28. The hand crank was what caught my eye at the garage sale because that was more popular in Europe. You don't see that much in the US, and this is the first time I've seen an original hand crank, not a reproduction. The Americans went for the treadles, the Europeans wanted the hand crank. I finally figured out it's the housing. They have much tinier houses in the European cities. They're crowded in. They allow them originated from fitting inside the walls of the Lord's castle for safety. You don't have the floor space to devote to a treadle.
Okay.
This could be, my bentwood cover for it is down on the floor. and you put that on, latch it, and you can put it away when you're not using it. The treadle, they came over to America, looked around, and wow, all this land is ours for our farm. Hey, we could build a big house here. And they could get a treadle, plug it in a corner, and it stays there. Because you need 2 strong farm hands to lift that thing.
Oh, I believe it, yeah.
So this is the 3/4 head. This was the lightweight portable of the era. I can lift it kind of, but it's not light. It's lighter, but it's not light. Now let's see, this one is sewed okay, and I bring it along because it's an attention getter, but there's also the educational factor there. And everybody says, oh yeah, mine was just like that at home. It's got the floor pedal. Well, it's not quite just like.
Yeah.
But what Singer was smart. When they manufactured their machines, they wanted to cover the whole market. Parts of America had electricity, parts didn't. The European market wanted something different than the American market. So when they would design a machine, they would mold the cast iron head with an attachment point on it here, and with a groove in the wheel running through here around the wheel. Then you could drop it into a treadle base, run your round leather drive band up through that groove and down again. Or you could take the hand crank and bolt it onto that attachment point there.
Sure.
And when electricity came around, you could get a motor, bolt the motor bracket onto the attachment point, and your motor's back here with a belt that goes through the band there. And you use it any one of the 3 ways, and that way anybody could buy a sewing machine. Now, you'd think when they got electricity, they'd go out and buy a motor and put it on the machine. Well, the Singer salesman would usually come around, oh, you have one of our wonderful treadle machines. How would you like to trade that in on a new electric machine now? Which is the same thing with the motor. So then a lot of people did, and they would take those old treadles and refurbish them, and that's what's still going today over in India, Africa, Polynesia.
Sure.
There's a little the little Indian tailor sitting out in the street treadling away on his machine, and they last that well. You can't kill these things.
Yep.
This one, I took it home, oiled it up thoroughly. When I found it there at the garage sale, he said, oh yeah, it's a boat anchor, $10. And it was frozen, wouldn't move. I took it home, oiled it thoroughly, let it sit overnight, it sews perfectly. Later, I hit up a sewing machine repairman I know and asked if people ever gave him old stuff or abandoned things with him. He said, oh yeah, all the time. And asked him to keep an eye out for a bentwood case for a Model 28. He thought a moment, went in his back room and came out with this and said, well, it's going to need some work, but this will fit. Well, I was going to build one from scratch. It needs work? No problem. It needs a refinishing, really.
Yeah.
So now I have the case for it. I just got to get somebody else at the makerspace who knows locksmithing to make me the key for it. And this is my baby.
Yep.
My new toy, my pet.
That's quite a contraption, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.